here?
Well, today we're very excited to have this guest as they've been open for a couple years now, I think, over in Charlie Lake. And they're one of the sponsors of our brand new Moose Eats contest from the Red Barn Eatery. It's Chris, the chef, joining me now. How's it going this morning, Chris?
Hi there. Good morning. Pretty good, thanks. Sorry, I just kind of woke up a little while ago. The mornings aren't always the best for me.
Yeah, I always thought it'd be
Usually
hardest for
late
you
night.
restaurateurs to do this show because it's early, and you guys usually work pretty late.
Oh, yeah.
So, thanks so much
You
for
don't
joining
mind.
me.
Have our coffee. Yeah, no worries. Thanks, Rob.
All right. Well, why don't we start a bit about you, right? Because of course you're in an iconic location where you are. I just wanted to start with kind of what got you into cooking in general and why you wanted to be in a restaurant, be a restaurant chef, and then own one day.
Yeah, I think you hit it right there. I always wanted to own my own restaurant. I started off as a bartender years ago, got into the restaurant game and hospitality, and we were just talking about it a while ago about how we're unique people and we're pretty crazy to be in this trade, but I absolutely love it. I think I was in my mid-20s and I decided, you know what, I think I do want to have my own restaurant one day and I need to learn absolutely everything about it. So I decided to go to culinary school, and I never really wanted to be a chef, but I think going to culinary school and learning all of the, the tricks and the trades about cooking and finding my passion for food, that's where I really decided to become a chef and start creating in the food world. So yeah, I think that's where it all started for me there, and I've just kept doing it. I absolutely love it. I love creating for people and seeing smiles on their face when they have something, something amazing.
All right. So, I mean, as I said, you're in a pretty iconic location in the area here. You opened up
Yeah.
again, I want to say it's about 2 years or so ago when you guys got back in there. You borrowed a name
Yeah.
that was sort of reminiscent of even, longer
Yeah.
ago iconic name for the location. Can you tell me how the Red Barn Eatery kind of came about and what led you to that location and that place?
Sure. No, absolutely. I'm only about 6 years into Fort St. John, so been out to Jackfish Eatery times before Mike and Trina had sold it. I think I was in there once while the new owner had it, and we ended up getting involved once COVID rolled around. There was an opportunity. We started. I think it was June 2020 is when we started, and I think everybody thought we were crazy to reopen during COVID. Nobody really knew what was going on. But I met with Mike and Trina. I sort of knew them just through some of the stuff that I had done prior to that. They were looking to partner up with somebody to take over the food services in there as they regain the space after what had all happened with the new owner. And I sort of asked them, I said, well, tell me a little bit about the history. And we found out about the Red Barn. I went home that day and was just chatting with my girlfriend. Okay, let's get involved with this. Let's partner up. And, what should we call this place? We can call the kitchen whatever we want. And I said, it just makes sense to go back and use that bit of history and nostalgia of the Red Barn. So I think Mike and Trina were very happy to hear that I was doing that. And honestly, to hear some of the stories about the Red Barn and what it used to be, is pretty cool and pretty funny. I've met a lot of people along the way that said, oh yeah, you know what? My dad would go in there for beers and we'd hang out outside or just hang out in the car and have a good time doing that. So it just made sense for me to give everybody that touch of nostalgia again. And it's a lot of fun to be playing off of. So that's how that all came to be.
I mean, hanging out outside, I got to say, if you've never been there, you guys have the best, probably the outdoor space of anywhere around because you nice view of the lake and the reeds.
Oh
They're
yeah,
wonderful in the
it's
summertime.
amazing. I remember the first summer cooking in 2020, just seeing the lake and the sunset as we were cooking. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a very cool space.
Yeah.
For people who
Yeah.
haven't been to the Red Barn yet, can you tell us a bit about kind of your menu and sort of what inspires you on it? And I mean, I know you guys do as much as you can locally sourced ingredients as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, for the local thing, we really do try to work with other, I'll call them purveyors here in town. If, we've got a guy that smokes local brisket for us. We just started that probably a few months ago, but we do that every Friday and Saturday for lunches with him. We have a market during the spring and summer. that we try to grab stuff from it, whether it's fresh produce or meat, stuff like that, and try to utilize it on the menu. But when it came to the menu, I love cooking fresh sauces. We make all of our burgers in house, that sort of thing. So I think it was important for me to give people, just good flavors, good food, and use as much fresh ingredients as we can, and make a lot of stuff in house from scratch as well. That's super important. So, just putting that into our menu while, having a nice, we kind of call it an upscale pub feel. You can come in and have a good old fish and chips that we make in house, or we have a $45 16-ounce bone-in ribeye steak that we cast iron sear and baste with butter and fresh thyme and garlic. So you can get that experience as well as, just a good old burger.
Yeah, it's interesting you mentioned the sauces, because I remember I think we did something together when you guys first opened, and I came by and sampled some of your wings, and it was familiar fare. There's lots of familiar fare you have there, but some with like twists, right? You had some really interesting sauces that were different that I hadn't seen on wings, certainly around here before. What kind of inspires you to take something familiar and maybe do a little twist on it for people who want maybe to have a little culinary adventure with their dinner?
Yeah, I think that's it. And like you just said, and I'm glad you brought that up, because I was going to chat with you about that before we got on air here. I like to say that we probably do have one of the best wings in the area. It's just a really good product. But then again, we just wanted to have some fun with flavors. Yeah, you can come in and get a good buffalo hot sauce, but we wanted to put our own kind of flair on things and have fun, just creating different flavors. So yeah, we did a Red Barn wing sauce, which is kind of a smoky, hot barbecue. It's got lots of butter. I love cooking with butter. We do a honey chili mustard. Again, one of my guys and I, we just batted ideas around and ended up coming up with. It's kind of a bit of a play. I'm not going to lie. It's one of my favorite sauces. But it's the hot mustard sauce from McDonald's that he dunked the chicken nuggets in. Ours is just a little more fun and playful. It's spicy. It's sweet. It's a fun sauce, again, with lots of butter. So yeah, we just wanted to offer people just a bit of a different experience than going off to your typical pub and having barbecue sauce or a hot sauce, that sort of thing.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if somebody's listening to this and they're getting hungry and thinking about lunch or dinner today, pitch us what's kind of your special coming up, and what are you suggesting off the menu to have tonight?
Well, tonight's wing night, so it's always a good time to come down. We do them for $10 a pound, so if you guys can come down for that, that would be great. Thursday nights is pasta night. We're always coming up with a new pasta. And then again, we're starting to do lunches again on Fridays and Saturdays starting at noon. So we've got a little bit of fun doing lunches as well.
Wonderful. And I should also mention for musicians, you guys have had a couple open mics. You haven't announced the next one, but you're doing kind of one every 3 or so weeks. So we'll look forward to
every 3 to 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Probably the mid to third week of March. So the best is to go on to our Instagram page or our Facebook page just to watch for all those updates.
All right, Chris, what time are you guys usually open kind of daily?
Yeah, the pub opens up at 3 and food service all starts at 4 o'clock. So that's Tuesday through Thursday. And then Friday, Saturday, we open up at noon. Currently, we're closed on Sundays and Mondays. But once all this crazy snow that's out there melts, we'll start opening up again on Sundays. So.
All right. Well, you got to go check out the Red Barn Eatery. It's right inside or beside the pub and local market in Charlie Lake on the Jackfish Frontage Road. You can't miss it. Huge sign out there. Right. Chris, thanks so much for joining us to do this today and making me real hungry.
No worries. I wish I could have brought you some samples today. I really do, but we'll have you down at the pub again one day.
Excellent. All right, that's Chris joining us from the Red Barn Eatery today on Energetic Eats, which is brought to you by the Fort St. John Co-op.
This is Moose Country.